Hey guys, today I have swatches from the ColourPop Lilac You A Lot collection. I got two things. They have a whole collection of lilac themed stuff. I got the palette and then one of the Jelly Much eyeshadows because I really liked the color. So I'll show you that first. If you haven't seen their jelly eyeshadows before, they always come with a little stopper. Well, I don't know if that's what you would call that, but it keeps the product from drying out. And this color is called Hallucinogen. So it's a really cool, like, iridescent duochrome blue purple type color. And it's got a really funky texture. I only have one other one of these. I think it was from the Disney Villains collection that I got. But it's a really pretty shade. Hopefully you can see. It's like bluish purple. Though it does look kind of ugly if you turn it that way because it looks brownish almost. I don't know, but when the light hits it, it's really pretty. And these are cool because they dry down, they don't crease if you have oily eyelids. I have really oily eyelids and these don't crease on me, but because of the texture of them and everything, I find them that I can only really use them as like all over lid shades, and then I'll have to blend another color into the crease or something. But they're really good for when you're being lazy in the morning and you just want to pop one shade on your lids. So that is what I like these for, but that is the color that came with the Lilac collection. And then for the palette, it's another one of their 9-pan palettes. I thought they would have run out of ideas for these by now, but they're still going. So it's called Lilac You A Lot. Whenever I say something like that, like I like it a lot or I like you a lot, it just reminds me of Dumb and Dumber, which is one of my favorite movies, because of when he says at the end, I like it a lot. But this is what the box looks like. Not too different from the packaging. I always like to show the difference between the actual box and the packaging because sometimes it's spot on with how the palette looks inside, and sometimes it's totally different. Not too different this time, it's just a lighter shade of lilac and white writing instead of the metallic writing that's on the palette. But this is what it looks like inside. It has a mirror, but I always keep the plastic on there because I never end up using the mirrors for anything. This is a really pretty layout, but there are just things to mention right off the bat. There are no pressed glitters in here, which I know that's a thing that a lot of us get aggravated with, them putting the pressed glitters when you can't use them on your eyes anyway. But Ghostin', Zoned Out, Iffy, and Filtered all have the little asterisk that say not intended for use in the immediate eye area. And with most of these, it's because they stain. So I've mentioned that before. Certain pigments, people can be sensitive to the certain pigments that stain like that, so they just put that on there. Obviously this is an eyeshadow palette, you're gonna end up wanting to use it on your eyes. But let's just get into the swatches. We have Cloud, which is a metallic lilac with golden sheen to it. Whoop. That one's really light and pretty. And then we have Imagine That, and that is a matte I don't want to call everything lilac, but it's like a lavender shade. And then Ghostin', this is like a fluorescent lilac is the best way I can describe that. It's very bright, but pastel at the same time. It's a really cool color. It's almost pink, but it definitely has the purple tone to it. So that's the first row. Now that I have sparkles all over me. We have Wake Me. This is kind of like a fuchsia with a blue duochrome to it. That's another really cool color. Then we have Fluff, which is a metallic purple. That one's really pigmented, super pretty. And Trainwreck is also sort of metallic, but it's more iridescent. It is a pale lavender shade, and it has like a pink duochrome to it. So I love that row. Those three colors, oh, they're so pretty. And then the bottom row, we have Zoned Out, which is another matte lilac shade. Oh, I was not in focus there. Let's do that again. Is Iffy, which is a super vibrant, like violet color. And I'm surprised by how not patchy that is, because a lot of times matte violet shades like this are so hard to work with, but it stains. You get like a pinky red stain when you try to wipe it off, which again is most likely why they say don't use it on your eyes. And then Filtered is a darker purple that's also a matte shade. Actually, when you swatch it, it's more pinky, more pink toned, and not as dark as that one. So this one's definitely the darkest in the palette, but that's what they look like. And then I'm going to show you. See, not too bad. I've definitely have had eyeshadows before that stain worse than this, but that's why they're marked as not for use in the immediate eye area. But this palette, I've said before how much I love purples, so I was excited about this one. Yeah, I like this one a lot so far. So I've mentioned this a bunch of times too. I have brown eyes, so purple is usually my go-to color for eyeshadows. I really like that this is definitely all purple tones. Sometimes they do their monochrome palettes and they have colors that are like shouldn't be in there in my opinion, but these are definitely all purple tones. I really like that you could use this to get a whole look out of it, because Cloud is light enough to use it all over your lids. You get a few shades that can be transition colors, and then the nice dark ones for the outer corners. I just really like this palette as a whole. So I hope you guys enjoyed these swatches, and I will talk to you in my next video.